guys, hello. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. I am just, hold on. Say hi as you guys are jumping on. I am excited. Hi, I'm really nervous. I feel like I might throw up. Everything all at the same time. This is kind of a big thing for me. Hold on, I'm going to share this over to my like page because I don't want to go live 2 times because that would be really annoying. Hold on, post. Okay, so it's sharing over there, I think. I guess we'll find out. Say hi as you guys are jumping on. Hey Amber, hey Monica, hi guys. Hey, Nicole. Lots of things happening here at the house. First of all, I'm not pregnant. So I'm going to just take that off the table. Hey, Gretchen. I'm not pregnant. So that's not the news. And I know there's lots of people talking about moving, and I can neither confirm nor deny a move in the next few years, but that's not what I'm talking about, even though that's been big topic of discussion for our family. So we've been going through a lot of changes here over the last few months between Travis and myself, and making a lot of really big decisions for ourselves and for our future. And it's been really crazy. Say hi as you guys are jumping on. Hey, sister. So lots of stuff to talk about. But tonight I decided it was time. As excited, hey Alicia, as excited as I am, and this isn't going to be long. I tend to talk really fast when I'm nervous. I feel like I could puke and like totally poop my pants at the same time. But I'm really excited about this new stuff that is happening. I don't hold anything back. So I am here, new paths, new journeys coming our way, and I'm going to kind of go through and explain it from the heart. Like I'm winging this right now. I don't have anything planned, but after 2 amazing years, I have chosen to leave. I've chosen to leave Team Beachbody as a coach. And I'm kind of going to explain this. I know this is a big shock to people. I know so many of you that are on here, you've only known me as a Beachbody coach, whether you're challengers or you are a coach. I have no tears left to cry. I've been bawling. This decision was not easy for me. I am like, my heart's pounding right now. This decision has not been easy for me. It's probably been one of the hardest decisions that I've ever made. And this is not, if you're on and you're watching and you're thinking like, yeah, give us the deets and like, give us all the dirty details about Beachbody. There's no drama involved in this. This is just a really clear decision that I had to make for myself and for my family. And that was that Beachbody was no longer the course that I am planning to take. And before I go any further, I just need to say thank you to every single person that has ever supported me. Beachbody has been such an amazing opportunity, and it served such a huge purpose in my life at very different times in my life. And the people that I've met through it have been completely, I said I wasn't going to cry, have been completely life-changing, whether you were in my free group, whether you've just sent me a message to say to keep on going and that I've inspired you to just go for a walk, whether you're a challenger or one of my coaches now in the past, or someone who's watching this who's somewhere within the Team Beachbody community, and you are watching this. Everyone has had such a positive effect on me, and the community of Beachbody is absolutely amazing. So I'm just gonna give like super quick background on myself. How I got started is really simple. I joined Beachbody 2 years ago after teaching for 11 years. I decided to stay at home with my son. And Beachbody kind of just fell into my lap. I wasn't expecting to do anything. I heard of MLMs. I was kind of like I didn't post anything on Facebook ever. And so when I wanted to get myself accountable and do this, I jumped into Beachbody, and it was amazing. I wasn't expecting to make money. I was like, can I make $300 to just cover my bills? And it kind of just went from there. My first 2 years, my first year, I grew a really successful business. I rank advanced to 2-star diamond within like 9-10 months, which means I was growing a team. And if you're outside of the Beachbody world, that just means like you're growing a team, you're successful. I was able to match my salary, my teaching salary. It was great. And I'm going to be flustered a lot talking. So just bear with me. Just say hi, give me hearts and love to know that you guys don't hate me. But I worked a ton, right? So I built this really successful business. I was able to change a lot of lives. And like I said, it served so much purpose, but, the hours that I worked were a lot. What started out as something as 2 to 3 hours, because I wasn't expecting it to be big, turned into 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours every single day. And was it worth it? Like, of course it's worth it. I was meeting new people, and I really wanted to grow, and I really wanted to help my team get further. And after a while, it really started to just wear on me, those hours. If you're a coach, I think that Beachbody is one of the most amazing opportunities that's out there. But for me, I was looking at Griff leaving to, hey Vero, to go to school in 2 days. And there was this really heavy weight on myself about Griff leaving for school, the amount of time that I was putting into this business, and where I was in the business. And I heard a lot about, to grow the business, you have to put in a lot of time, and you have to hustle harder, you need to work harder. And when I was 5 to 6 hours into it every day, working on the weekends, on the phone in between, like even when Griff was up and stuff, it just started for me to start questioning things like, is this going to be worth it? Like, is the income worth it for me to do this? Because I chose to stay at home, and here I am working all the time. And, like, even if the income was there, right? And like when the income started to slowly go down, like, are those hours and continuing to kind of rush and push further ahead of people, is that even worth it? And I had to like ask these really hard questions. And so for the last few months, I've been really struggling with this, struggling with these questions, with the weight, struggling with talking to my coaches. And I think that's kind of where I started to really hit a wall, was when I was talking to coaches and talking to people that wanted to join. And, I was in it, and I saw the opportunity, and I saw the opportunity for growth. But as the time went on, I just kept feeling like, okay, I'm working 5 to 6 hours, I'm a mom, I have to go, like, I'm home all day, but like, I'm still like, I gotta be mom, I gotta be wife, I gotta clean the house and do all these things. And I just didn't have the time for it. And I still kept pushing. I still kept waking up at 4:30. I still kept going to bed at 11 o'clock. I still would put Griff down for his nap and come right into this office and work. And it was so much work. And like, to look at new coaches who were telling me like, Trish, like, I work full time, but I want to stay at home. Like, I want to be able to get home to my kids, or I want to be able to do this. Like, I couldn't just look at them and say like, okay, well, it's only like 2 to 3 hours a day like it once was, the business has changed, and it took so much time. And so this constant weight on me about like how to talk to people about it, and is it worth it, just kept weighing on me. And so in June, as many of you guys saw, I kind of just took off from Phoenix. I went home to visit my family for it was a one-way ticket, like 5 or 6 weeks. And I got to spend a lot of really quality time, praying over this, asking God for clarity and direction, what I wanted to do, because this was a really big thing in my life. It still is a big thing in my life. The people that I've met through this, you guys, like, and you guys know who you are, like, you guys are always there, and I'm still the same person. But after lots of prayer, lots of crying, lots of conversations with some of my family and everything, I decided that it was time that I left Beachbody. And It's not easy. It's probably one of the hardest decisions that I've ever made. I've switched jobs like once before. One time I moved from one district, to another district, and it wasn't easy then. And I am the type of person that kind of freaks out about stuff like this. So it's been really difficult for me. With that being said, while I've been deciding this, that I'm going to be leaving Beachbody as a coach, while I've been deciding this, and while me and my husband have been talking about this, hey Trish, there's some other things that have been happening as well. So I'm going to give you some background, and that is years ago. So if you guys know, my son is gluten intolerant, so we are kind of mostly gluten-free in this house. But way back in the day, I probably said so many times. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm totally unscripted, and I'm nervous. But hey, Holly, hey, Becky. My husband and I watched this documentary on the paleo lifestyle, and so we have always leaned more towards paleo eating. Gluten doesn't really do well with me. I find myself really congested when I eat gluten, and I can go into all that stuff, and everybody has different things. I love you too, Laura, or whatever. And then Griff was born, and we had to go gluten-free. So that was kind of something. And then back in April, I was introduced to ketogenic eating, and that was something. It was similar to Atkins, but it was you actually just can't, it's not just don't eat carbs. You can't just eat anything. You actually have to eat 80% of your diet has to be fat. And I was like, what? Hold up, pump the brakes. What do you mean I need to eat fat? And they're like, it's bacon, it's cheese. And I was like, no. I've been told no, for this stuff. But we picked up the book Keto Clarity, and I say we, meaning my husband and I, because when we talk, when I eat a certain way, my husband has to eat that way with me, because I'm not making more than one meal a day. So, we picked up Keto Clarity, we started reading, learning about it. The diet is fascinating. Ketosis is fascinating, guys. It's a total fat burning, way that your body gets put into by eating certain foods and all this stuff. So we picked up Keto Clarity, and decided we were going to give it a shot, because for 2 years I have been doing the programs, which I love, and I'm going to talk about all of that. I will never stop doing Beachbody workout programs. I might go to the gym and maybe hit up a spin class, but I love them. They've gotten the best shape of my life. I love the company, all of that, but I'll talk about that in a second. But I've been doing the containers for 2 years, and I know that they're loosely based off macros. But I'd hit a plateau, and I would break the plateau if I ate really strict and kind of follow semi-competition plan for a couple, a week or two, or if I did the 21-day reset and I'd break that plateau. But once I went back into my normal way of eating, and guys, I've never been an eater where I'm I love sweets and I could binge on pizza, given the given the opportunity, I could binge eat for sure, but I never was let myself just binge eat for days or just go through McDonald's or anything. That's just never been my personality type. But I needed to break a plateau, and so I was tired of eating the same meals all the time. I was tired of following the containers all the time, and I just needed something different. I needed to shake things up, because 2 years of eating the same way can get really always 2 yellows, always 3 purples, always greens, and they are perfect, and the containers work. They work, but after 2 years, you just want to switch things up. So Travis and I started doing the ketogenic diet, and we've been on it and off it since then. We find that it works really good for us. We feel really good on it. And but it's really hard to stay in ketosis, and you have to really track your macros, and you have to do, you could go out to eat someplace and they could cook your meat in something that you don't know what it's cooked in, and maybe I'm not saying it's bad, but it could just be a different type of oil that might add extra carbs, or you might eat a little too much protein that day if you're not tracking your macros. You don't have to count your calories, but you got to track your macros. And we would find that sometimes we get kicked out of ketosis, and it's kind of this really hard balance. So if you know my husband, raise your hand if you know my husband. If you know my husband, He's kind of like a science nerd, right? So he is really into research. He's really into like scientific things, and he was really into ketosis and ketogenic diet. Like he got like so into it. So he's been doing this research now since April, like on and off, about like ketosis and better ways, and like what does it mean, and like the most, like the optimal way to get yourself there. And he's been doing all this stuff, and he listens to podcasts like all the time. So he listens to like Joe Rogan because he's into the UFC. He listens to Tim Ferriss, the author of the 4-Day Workweek. He loves ketogenic diets. He loves all of that stuff. Like just research after research after research. And he stumbled upon this supplement, and it's called Keto OS, and it's exogenous ketones that you drink, you mix in with water, you drink it, and like it puts you into ketosis in an hour. And he like talked to me about it, and I was like, yeah, like I'm a skeptic, guys. Like I am a skeptic. I was skeptical of Shakeology when I first started. I am skeptical, like, because I would just grab any protein powder that I could find. And I knew that a coach, a former coach from Beachbody, who had, you know, she had joined a different company, and she was a representative of this Keto OS, you know, the stuff. And I was very much against it because it's kind of like sacrilegious to like do that, right? Because if you're in Beachbody, you like follow the containers, you do this, and then like we don't go over, you know, like there. So I was like, no, honey, like, no. But if you guys, again, if you know my husband, raise your hand. Like, I don't let my husband do like, I don't let him do anything. Like, he makes up his mind. He does what he, like, it's his mind. He does what he wants. But, like, when he has his mindset, he's like, I'm going to try it. It's 10 days. It's not a big deal. I just want to see how I feel. So I messaged Kendra, and I was like, hey, so, you know, my husband's researching, like, this is what, you know, this is what he wants to try. And like right away, I was like, I don't want to try it. I'm a Beachbody coach, and like all the things, like this is where my heart is. Even though like I knew I was probably leaving Beachbody at the time, I wasn't like, no. I was like, no, because that's not what I do. Like I that's not who I am. And so Travis got his order, and like he had a 10-day trial, and they're just like these little packets, right? And day 5, I saw a different man. He had energy. He was waking up with energy in the morning. Waking up earlier. He was more focused when he was working, which means that when he was with us, he was more present. Like he had this, like my husband, like if you guys know Travis, like he would go to Starbucks, and I'm not even lying to you guys, he would order 6 venti coffees every day from Starbucks. My husband, 6 venti coffees every single day he would chug down just to get through his day. And he would still be able to fall asleep at any given moment throughout the day, and he still would want to sleep in the morning. He was exhausted, like his body was yeah, exactly. 6 venti coffees a day. I was like, geez, man. So, and he drank Shakeology. He didn't want, like, he never did the workouts with me or any of that. And so he's like the gym guy. So, you know, by day 5, I just saw this, and he was like, I feel less bloated, like I'm burning fat. Like he, you know, he was in ketosis, and he just felt really good. And so I was watching him, and I was like, no. And then, he was like, by day 10, he's like, Trish, what, like, why are you not trying this, right? Like, you are so tired. Like, and no matter what, like, I was tired. I was drinking every morning. I wake up and have a coffee, and then Griff would wake up and I'd probably have 2 more coffees while he was playing. Then I would drink pre-workout, and then later in the afternoon I would chug either a huge other glass of pre-workout just to get me through to dinner time, or I would be drinking an entire, I'd go to Starbucks and I'd get like a venti iced coffee. And like I still felt tired, guys. And so he's like, just try it. Like, what is 10 days going to do for you? And I was like, I don't know. Like, this is a big deal. Like, this is a really big deal. And like, while he was like doing this, like we were researching like this product, right? Like, what is it? Is it safe? Because everyone's like, it's not safe, blah, 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 blah. And researching and like finding out like so many amazing things. Like, and again, I will talk about the amazing benefits of this. And like, and I can go on about different things, which I'll talk about, but like, so I was like, all right, fine. So I started trying this product, and guys, by day 4, day 5, like, I don't know how to explain this to you. The first time I drank it, I was like, I have energy, and it felt like I cleaned the whole house. And I was like, woo, and it felt like coffee, right? Like, I was like, wow, this is great. And then as the days went on, the energy is just so level, right? I don't know how to explain the energy that I have. It's very level. It's very, I wake up in the morning and I drink coffee because I enjoy it, and I just have 1 cup. I don't drink coffee because I'm like dragging myself. I don't need anything in the afternoon. I don't need pre-workout to get me through the rest of the day. I legitimately just have this level energy. And the best way I can explain it to people is that I feel like I'm like 20 years old without kids. Like, can you guys remember that, right? Like, you know, that energy that you had like all day long in your 20s, where like in like 20 or like 19, where you're like, I have energy during the day. It's 7 o'clock and I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, when is bedtime? Like, I just have this very level energy. Yes, I feel mentally alert, right? Like, and that's the other thing, like, I have clarity, right? Like, the mom brain is gone. Like, I can think things. Like, I can think complete thoughts. And I know that sounds weird and crazy, but it's amazing. Like, I can put together and form an entire sentence while my son's like, mommy, 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 mommy. And I'm okay. Like, I don't know. And so, like, by day 5, this fog lifted with my brain, right? I actually have clarity. I can think things. I know it sounds dumb. Like, I feel like a Dr. Seuss, think things in your brain. And I have energy. Like, look at me, guys. Like, it is 6:30 here, and I feel great right now. I feel great right now. And it's not like anything crazy. Like, these are all completely natural supplements that you take that help your body get into ketosis. And like, oh gosh. So I started, guys, I dropped 1 pound in my 10 days that I tried it. I dropped 1 pound. Like, I wasn't doing it for weight loss because I don't feel like I need, like, I'm at a place in my life with my body that I like it. I don't want to lose weight. Like, I'm good. But like, I'll share my results tomorrow, my 10 days, like the bloat that I lost, and just how I feel. But it's the energy and how I felt, and it was being able to power through workouts. And so after doing this, after knowing I was leaving, you know, Beachbody, I was like, okay, like, I can't stay with Beachbody any longer, because I can't tell my challengers and I can't tell people that I'm talking to that, okay, like, I'm getting this from Beachbody, because that would be shady and it would be a lie and it's not cool. And so I definitely did not want to do that at all. So I decided, okay, I'm going to be done with Beachbody, and it was scary. And so I went on, I told my team, I probably haven't cried that hard. Well, I cried like that hard the like week before when I told my husband that I was leaving Beachbody, when it, like, you know, we prayed about it, but I bawled my eyes out to my team. I cried to my challengers, and I can't even begin to explain to you the amount of support that I've had from this, the amount of support that my team, who some of them are on there, have given me as I make this transition, from my family, from my friends, from people outside of my team. Like, it's just been, the outpouring of support has been just humbling, and so amazing to know that I've been able to work with such amazing people. So I decided to leave Beachbody, and that was a big thing. But now I'm trying this new product, and I really, really like it. So now this is where it brought me to my new path, and that is, I have decided to join the company that creates these exogenous or therapeutic ketones as a promoter, and the company is called Pruvit. And this is something I need to explain to you guys. Like, I never thought I would do. Like, I never thought I would do this. I never thought I would even be someone posting on Facebook, and I never thought in a million years I'd be someone who'd be working for one company and then choose a different one. And so much thought went into this, so much like educated research went into this. You guys have no idea how much research, how many podcasts I've been listening to, how many books, how many articles, how many doctors, things that, like, I've taken this to OBGYN, I've talked to people who are experts, like, in their nutrition field, everything. Because I was like, I need to know, like, what's wrong with this, like, why there has to be something wrong to feel this good, and that people don't know about it. And here it's mostly because it's like almost like the company, like, this like science was created, again, NASA, Department of like Defense, whatever, right? So I'm gonna get to that. So I'm like jumping around because I have like all these thoughts. So it's amazing. And you know, so okay, so this is what it is. It's Keto OS. It's by the company Pruvit, and it is basically it's exogenous ketones, and it helps your body get into ketosis within an hour. And yes, can you get into ketosis without this? Of course you can. You can eat, you know, you can follow a ketogenic diet, you can track your macros, you can do all of that, and it puts your body into a natural state of ketosis. My husband and I were doing this, and we like never got to this energy level from it. And so, you know, we were wondering, like, we learned through research that everybody produces ketones at different levels and different times. And it takes some people a little bit longer than others. So it helps you get into this. And if you guys are like, what the heck is ketosis? Oh, Alicia, thank you. Of course. Ketosis is basically a state where your body goes into complete fat burning mode. It just burns fat. And so you eat fat in order to burn fat. And it's absolutely amazing. A ketogenic diet is recommended to people that are cancer patients, suffer with epilepsy, Alzheimer's, like all of this, because of what it does to your body. Your body is no longer running on glycogen and glucose, right? Glucose is carbs and sugar and all of that stuff, right? So think about it. Think about how your kids act when they have sugar in their bodies, right? Like they're like, yeah, they get this great spurt of energy, but then they crash, right? That's what our bodies do when we're eating carbs and we're eating sugar. It does the same exact thing. So I love you, Lindsay. It does the same exact thing. So ketosis basically is a different way to fuel your body, right? It's completely safe. Yes, when you're pregnant, I know many people who are drinking pregnant. The OBGYN was like, it's totally cool. As being pregnant, your baby's already like living off of like ketones, right? So like even if you're breastfeeding, it works and it's fine, and it's because like that's what they're fueling their bodies off of, because they haven't had or haven't been introduced to carbs and all of that yet, right? So it's the natural way that your body was pretty much created to run and burn and be fueled by, right? I don't know if that even makes sense. I can like send you guys a quick video. Like I had to, like when I first like did it, like I needed like the idiot's guides to like ketosis because I was like, I don't get it. Like what do you mean I can eat cheese? Like what do you mean I can eat bacon and like whatever? So this product was made by NASA. It's used by the Department of Defense. The sciences, right? The science of it was made by them to help with astronauts and the Navy SEALs who were going into seizures and stuff at different things. And this is to help prevent it, which is why it's great for like kids, you know, or people with epilepsy. Hey, my dog just happened to walk. I don't even know how she got into this room. She just walked in. All right, so it's a new science, guys, and it's amazing. And one thing that this is not something that you can be like, I'm going to drink this, and because I know I'm going to go into ketosis and burn fat, I'm going to poison myself with a bunch of sugar and donuts and drive to McDinks, or McDonald's, we call it McDonald's, right? Like that's not a reason that we do this. Like it has nothing to do with that. It is not a reason to fill your body with crap. It is a reason to get your body to a place where you feel good and you have sustained energy. And so when I decided to make the switch and like move from one business to another, like it wasn't easy. And I think I've said that a million times. It was the hardest decision, but the more I thought about like people switch jobs all the time. And I know that there's some people that are really hurt in Beachbody, and it's understandable. I was skeptic. I thought people were shady that switched, all of that. And it wasn't until my husband tried this product, was like, Trish, like this is something really big, and it's like real, like it's something that everybody should have access to. So that I decided to switch. And so like when I used to teach, right? If someone left one school to go to another school and maybe they had like less hours or they got paid better, like no one was like, you're a sellout, you don't care about these kids. It just was a choice that people made. And so that was a big reason why I felt okay switching from one company to another. So if you guys are interested in trying the 10-day sample, just drop a comment, say me, and I'll message you tonight to get you set up. You can just try it for a total test run, 10 days. That's it. Like, you guys don't have to buy a month or anything. You get 10 days trial, try it out, see how you feel, and just experience it for yourself, because that's all I can say about it. So on the business side of this is, like, first and foremost, I was having a really hard time about this, because I was like, but we help people in Beachbody, right? Like, we help people. And I thought in this business, like, switching to another company where you drink your drink and like you're not giving them fitness programs to do that, like, you don't help people. And I've had a really big change of heart in that. So my husband likes the gym. He doesn't do the home workouts with me. I know plenty of people who are on here who the home workouts don't, it's not that they don't work, they don't like to work out at home. They want to go to CrossFit. They want to go to Orange Theory Fitness. They want to do different things. And so this has helped me be able to like work with people in all different levels and all different aspects of this, right? And to help people with no energy who can't work out, guys, right? Like I know so many people who struggle with the energy just to get up and get a workout in. And so drinking this has helped people, and I've seen people who are fighting like anxiety and depression, because it's also, getting into ketosis is anti-inflammatory, right? So inflammation is part of the cause of like depression and anxiety. So it's helping people fight that. It is helping, it's helping my family. And I this is going to sound, I don't know how to say this without sounding like weird, but like, I feel like a better mom because of it, because I don't feel emotionally, physically, and mentally drained, that when I do sit down to play with Griff, I can actually give him my attention and give him my love, because I'm productive and I can clean the house without starting to clean and like have squirrel brain and be like, wait, what was why did I come into the kitchen? What was that? Like, it's just a different feeling. I can make it through like an entire day, like feeling like really good about this. And it's different. Like, I can play with him at 7 o'clock at night. Like, after dinner, it would be every day, guys, every day. We'd eat dinner. It'd be like, we gotta, like, I would throw the dishes in the sink. I'll get to it later. I just want to sit on the couch, and we turn the TV on. And now after dinner, like, my husband, like Travis and I, like, we spend more time talking and communicating because we're in the kitchen, we're cleaning it together. And then we go and we turn on, you know, music, or we play blocks and we do dance parties, and it's a totally different feeling in this house. It is a totally different feeling. My husband started working out with me. He loves the gym too, but like, he's like, I want to try these cardio workouts, right? Like, it does help people. Like, it really can help people like change their lives in different ways. It doesn't have to just be the workout portion of it, right? Like, I can help people in different places of their journey, whether they don't want to work out, they are working out, or they're like doing something different, right? And business wise, it can help people. I can tell people that want to join this business that like, this is like a ground level business. Like, it's only been around, like, the company itself has been around, I think, for like 3 years, but like, it's just starting to come out. Like, people are just starting to see it. This product is patented for 5 years. Like, this is the only product out there, right? Like, people that want to do this and talk about this, it's not about like trying to compete with 10 other, 50 other, 100 other protein shakes or meal replacement shakes, right? Like, I don't feel like I have to convince people that this is better than going to Target and getting the $24 shake there. And believe me, like, what Shakeology is miles above any other product that has ever been made. Like, I believe in Shakeology. I believe in the programs. I believe in Beachbody so much, and the mission of the company. I believe in the coaches that are a part of it and the mission that they're pushing forward. So this was where I like sat for a really long time. But when I saw the changes happening within my family, what more family time, more quality time, conversations happening, more time and energy to just play with Griff and like feel good, that is when I was like, this is something big. And it's just new, like, revolutionary science. And it is just that. It is science. It is research based. And it's a big thing. So that is why, like, joining this business, you know, like, I didn't want to jump from one. I'm not looking to like get rich quick, guys, because it's not that. I don't think that I can jump over here and be like, oh, I'm not going to do anything and I'm going to make more. That's not that. Like, it's still time. It's still hours. My heart is just a little bit more protected. I am like really like have God and prayed over this, that like my heart will be protected through this with how I like my perspective on working a business from home. But the opportunity for growth is I think a little bit more prevalent, and I think it could do a world of good for my family. And like I said, like if we're going to continue drinking these and using these at home, I wasn't going to turn around and be like, oh, but you know, I'm getting these results and I feel great because of Beachbody, because that would be a lie and that's shady and it's not cool. It's like really not cool. So that is where I kind of have been, and that is like my big change, is that I had to close the door with Beachbody and join Pruvit as an independent promoter. And that was the big news. So with all that being said, something I really like about this business and the business plan is that like I'm not trying to talk people into buying anything. You don't have to sign up for any like monthly home direct or, you know, monthly thing. You can just get started with a 10-day trial, and it's legitimately like just like testing out your vehicle, right? Like you take it for a test drive for 10 days, you see how you like it. If you like it, which I feel like 85-90% of people do, like then you can try it for a month, and you can go from there, and you get an opportunity to try all the different flavors, see how you feel, and see what it does for you and how it changes you. I know for me, both my husband and I have really benefited from this. That's another thing I like about it, is that like men really like it. I know a lot of guys that my husband talked to about it, they're like into CrossFit or they're into jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, and they are like they're going to be doing it so like naughty. They're going to be trying it out because of the results that my husband has had for like his own like weight loss and stuff like that. But I know but it is just a broader reach. So if you want to just try out 10 days, I have limited available, but I can definitely get you hooked up with it as soon as I get everything here. I get more packets in, and you'll get a variety of chocolate. There's orange creamsicle. There's a Maui punch that I really like, and it just really fits right into your eating, as long as you're eating healthy. You don't have to eat like chicken and broccoli healthy, but it's a different, and I have meal plans to get you started and everything. So just drop a comment me, I'll shoot you a message. I'll give you, you know, I can send you a video on what ketosis is and how this works into it. And we can chat. But thank you guys so much for all of your support, or everything with Beachbody. Thank you for loving me on my really awful days and my really annoying days and my really super excited days. And thank you, Beachbody, for everything that you guys have ever, and the people I've met through this. I love you guys. This is never a direct reflection on that company or you guys here, but I've met some of my best friends through this. I've got reconnected with some of my best friends through Beachbody, and I'm just looking forward to helping more people in just different ways. So thank you very much, guys. I love you. Happy Wednesday. And if you're dropping comment me, I will message you after bedtime, because they're in the pool and I want to go join them because it's hot. Gotta wear him out so he goes to sleep. Last night he took off his diaper in the middle of the night and put on his undies, and then had an accident. That was a brand new thing that never happened before. So, middle of the night, totally random. But thank you guys. I love you. Hey Stephanie, I hope you had a good first week. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.